Tamashii, can you reissue Super Saiyan God Goku?
Hey, you guys are watching worst show on television.
Hey guys, this is Difference420 here, back at it yet again with another figure review, and this time we're going to be taking a look at the S.H.Figuarts Super Saiyan God Son Goku figure. This figure was released in October of 2017 at a retail price of $57 US, and he was not a regular release. I'm going to stress that this figure was a web exclusive, as indicated by the logo on the front of his box. The only way Tamashii could hypothetically re-release this figure is through an event exclusive.
Oh, you stupid son of...
Or an alternate color version. For right now, there is no other official release of this figure. Fortunately, that's just how Tamashii is at this point. Anyways, that's enough of me rambling on. Let's get this shit started.
What is this, some kind of magic act?
Let's take a look at the front of the box. We have a clear window that shows the figure and a color specific to that figure, as well as S.H.Figuarts Super Saiyan God Son Goku. Going down the front, we have a picture of Goku on the front, as well as a picture of Goku screaming, what I can only assume is the tip of the aura effect, as well as the silver toy sticker and the snake stabbing sticker, the red Bandai logo, the Tamashii Nations logo, Dragon Ball Z logo, this time with the gradient, and the Bandai Collector's Shop logo. This is a web exclusive. We also have what I assume means Super Saiyan God Son Goku in Japanese, as well as Bandai 2017 made in China, and a whole bunch of Japanese that I cannot read. Top, we have a picture of Goku's hair and the tips of the aura again, with absolutely nothing else. We have a picture of Goku's fist, Goku's face, and Goku's face yet again on the side of the box, as well as S.H.Figuarts Super Saiyan God Son Goku and product a different photo in Japanese. On the back of the box, we have Super Saiyan God Son Goku and Goku and Goku and Goku and Goku and Oh Hi Aura Effect and Goku and Oh Hi Beerus and Goku, and some blurbs that absolutely nobody gives a shit about. At the bottom we have some Japanese and a bluefin sticker. I can most definitely read this Japanese and tell you that we are most certainly getting an S.H.Figuarts Android 15 in the near future. And on the bottom of the box we have S.H.Figuarts Super Saiyan God Son Goku and Goku. On the side of the box we have Super Saiyan God Son Goku and S.H.Figuarts Super Saiyan God Son Goku. Now let's get Goku out of the box.
In this corner, we've got much of the same!
So here Goku is outside of his so sexy packaging. Wow. And here Goku is next to 16er and Captain Gingavitis. Short stack and fake black hair. Probably will get jumped by Saiyans if he goes into the wrong neighborhood. Here Goku is next to the other two debatably Battle of Gods releases, Beerus and Whis. Yes, I did have to roll my tongue like that. So taking a look at Goku's paint and sculpt, and I have to say, this is definitely a solid figure, but it isn't without its problems. The hair is nice and red, as it should be. It's a nice bright red that'll stand out on your display. I think it's a little bit pink, but it definitely does its job. The majority of the faces, including the default stern face, are incredibly accurate and look very nice on the figure. And then the kanji is very nice. It's tapped on pretty clean. I haven't seen too many of them brand new with any problems with the kanji. And then the sleeves are nicely painted, although I will warn you, the blue is on both sides, so there will be some paint rub. And here we go with the problems. I'm just going to pull his head off so that you can actually see what I'm talking about. The shading is inconsistently applied on both sides. You can see on this side the shading is much more intense, and on this side it's not that intense. I don't understand why they did this. It's also pretty inconsistent with the sleeves, because the sleeves have shading that's nowhere near this intense. So I'm assuming someone completely different painted the figure in two different spots, and it doesn't get much better as we move on from here on out, because as it turns out, While there is paint on the front, on the back,
What in the holy living fuck is this?
there is no shading on the back of the figure at all. There's a little shit trail coming out of his ass, but other than that and some sweaty ass armpits, there's nothing in terms of his shading. It definitely sucks. I'll at least give them props here and say the sculpt is original, at least from what I can tell, because as we all know, God is much thinner than the other Super Saiyans. Because of the inconsistency in animation, they decided to make him slightly bulkier than he's normally portrayed, but they maintained the trim look of Super Saiyan God, and I'd say it looks pretty decent. I think he could have been just the tiniest margin thinner, but overall it doesn't detract from the figure all that much. I do think the figure looks very, very nice despite his flaws, although I will say I think the gi could have been just a little bit more orange, but that's probably just a nitpick. The boots are nicely painted. A small detail that I'm pretty sure maybe a few people noticed, but I'm not sure how many people caught on. The rope around his ankle is actually red, which I think is a nice touch. They could have just made it brown like all the others, but they actually went out of their way to make it red. I think that looks pretty solid. And the soles are just slightly more yellow than normal. I think they could have gone with red on the bottom, but oh, anyways, that does it for the paint and sculpt. Let's get into the accessories.
Don't worry, Zelda. The Triforce of Wisdom promises the king.
Off. I wonder what's for dinner.
So here's the one reason why I say you should not pay anything higher than $100 for this figure, but I know people will continue to ignore me about it. Look at this. This is a disappointing array of accessories right here. You get a total of 4 interchangeable faces: the default stern face, the happy face, the gritted teeth face, and the not so great looking yelling face. The reason why I say that's not too great looking is because, yeah, the eyes definitely could have used a bit more expression. I think the pupils could have been a lot smaller just to really sell him yelling. But on top of that, we only get 4 extra pairs of hands, not including the fists that are standard out of the box. And it's the basic bitch Goku variety. Karate chopping hands, martial arts stance, Kamehameha, and open palm ki blast. Is this a decent array of accessories? For a Goku, I suppose it's acceptable. But that's not factoring in the fact that it was a $56 web exclusive and not a $35 regular release. And for some reason he doesn't come with the instant transmission hands that every other Goku before him has come with for some strange reason. That's definitely a shame. But you know it's not a shame. The articulation, the head goes up, the neck moves around, all like this and that and the other. You get a shoulder that goes all the way up. You get a butterfly joint that goes that far forward and is actually colored to match the inside of his shirt this time around. You also get a bicep swivel and a double joint at the elbow and a wrist pivot and swivel. You also get an abdomen crunch and swivel. Oh, look at how he is just oh so sexily spinning around. Please? Oh, does that not make you aroused fully?
You need to be stopped!
You also get a thigh spread about this far out to the side and this far forward, as well as a thigh swivel that's going to go all the way around and even fall off on one leg. Oh, isn't that just beautiful? You also get a double joint at the knee, which allows it to bend all the way inward. And you do get a double joint at the ankle, which allows it to rock side to side and go that far downward and that far upward, as well as a toe that goes that far upward and not that far downward. And that about does it for Goku's articulation. Moving into my final thoughts on the S.H.Figuarts Super Saiyan God Son Goku, I have to say Tamashi did a decent job on this figure. However, there are definitely some issues with him, such as the fact that he does not come with that much for $56. And if you're looking at aftermarket prices, well, good luck finding him. I'd say the figure overall will look great on your display, and the colors will catch your attention despite not being 100% accurate and having some iffy shading parts. However, you will definitely have some fun posing this figure, as the articulation is still there. Overall, an average figure, but nothing unacceptable, at least not at retail price anyways, despite debatably being overpriced. But that about does it for this video. This has been DippGames420, and I will see you guys next time.